couple of Game 7s tomorrow. Cannot wait. Meanwhile, Elimination Friday as Klay Thompson and company took on the Grizzlies, and Klay riding the bike in to the game, and then
he likes doing that.
Yeah, John Morant still out, and then Klay just, rode all over Memphis, nailing the three.
See what you did there. 3
of 3 from beyond the arc. He had 11 points in the first quarter alone. Dylan Brooks getting in the action. Brooks hitting the 3 over Jordan Poole. Brooks is going to get paid. He's one of those. Right, Brooks? Driving here. Missing the shot.
You better stop stuff like that.
Yeah. Shoves Curry to the ground. Pushing him. He gets a flagrant one. No, it wasn't. And then Thompson, he's letting Brooks know what he thinks of that. And then they each get a tech. Meanwhile, Draymond finding Klay in the corner for 3. He knows where the hot hand is in this one. And with the Warriors clinging to a 1-point lead, it's Thompson. He says, you know what, this time I'm going to take it to the hoop. Warriors are just clinging to that 1-point lead after 3. Now it's a 2-point game, and Brooks coming up big, as he has been. 30 points in this one, stepping up without Ja. You know who else has done that consistently? And from long range, Desmond Bane. 25 points. That's such a great nucleus on that team. Kevon Looney, he was huge, kicking it to Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins nails the 3. And with the Warriors up 3, under 6 left, on the run, it's Green to Curry. Steph drops the bucket. The Warriors are up 6, are on an 8-0 run. Just over 5 minutes left, and it's Looney feeding Green. Green has 14 points, 15 boards, 8 dimes, but Looney, he hauled down 22 rebounds. Curry from way long distance. Warriors by 10. And then Curry on the missed 3. And look at Looney. He's going to get them another chance. Grabs the offensive board. He finds Klay for 3. Throws up 6 fingers. Yes, I am. Game 6. I always come through. Curry is going to bury yet another Splash Brothers on display. The Warriors win 110-96, taking the series 4 games to 2. Here's Malika Andrews afterwards with Klay.
We hear the chant
on the night, and I'm proud of this team for being so resilient.
How would you explain what that man went through and how difficult it was to be away from you all and all that he had to endure?
It was I'm sure, like I would say, it was tough for him, but the anticipation of getting back out there this year, understanding what we've been through as a team these last few years and what he could provide for us from a competitive aspect, both ends of the floor. For him just to keep grinding and visualize a moment like tonight in a closeout type situation, and Game 6 Klay was kind of reborn.
Love it. You know what? It's just better when Golden State is competitive. They're back. They're in it. All that championship experience. And after shooting 29% on 3-pointers in the first 5 games of the series, again, Klay, true to form, hot in Game 6, 18 of 14 from downtown. His 4th career playoff game with at least 8 3-pointers, tied for the most in NBA history, along with Ray Allen, Dame Lillard.
If they lose tonight, they will lose Game 7 back in Memphis. What I saw was Memphis beat them up. Clearly, Coach Jenkins said beat them up. Get up in them. Get physical with them. They can't match our physicality. And when you look at guys like Steven Adams, arguably the strongest dude in the league, to the Brandon Clarks of the world and various others, they got size. When you look at Dylan Brooks up in Jordan Poole, harassing them, that's size, that's girth, just leaning on you and bothering you physically. That's their game plan. And Golden State's best chance at answering that call against that kind of physicality is on their home turf, inspired by the adrenaline provided by their fan base. I think they close it out tonight. They win it because they don't want a Game 7 in Memphis.
I'm fascinated to hear your take on that, Big Perk, as obviously a physical player yourself. And the Warriors have gone with that smaller lineup, and maybe this is a problem here. How do you see that matchup?
You first of all, Grinny, I'm staying on the dark side. I've been with them all season long. This one ship I'm not jumping off of. And I feel like, look, they're going down there to Golden State for a reason, okay? And it was never nothing about their physicality. That's always been there. All of a sudden now, what you saw in Game 5, what you saw the Memphis Grizzlies, all of a sudden they got more discipline. Now all of a sudden they was up on the defensive coverages and wasn't in the drop. Those looks that Steph Curry had in games 1, 2, and 3, he didn't get in 4. He didn't get them in game 5 because Jaren Jackson Jr. was up on the screen. They wasn't having those careless turnovers. But I'm telling you right now, look, even if the Golden State Warriors do get past the Memphis Grizzlies, they're going to lose in the next round.
We don't want to hear that from you when you pick the Grizzlies already.
But John Morant hurt. John Morant hurt.
We got a way to go before we get to that. Let's get Wilbon in here. How worried are we about the Warriors, Michael Wilbon?
Very, and it goes back to Stephen A. and his point about size. In this series so far, the Grizzlies are plus 41 in 41 minutes when both Adams and Jaren Jackson Jr. are on the court. The Grizzlies have also, during that time, doubled the Warriors in paint scoring, 56-28. This is a problem. This is a thing. And so we'll see how, the Warriors decide to counter this tonight. Just trust in that small lineup, and they're going to hit shots and play like they did in game 3? Or whether Memphis and that size advantage is a very real thing that travels, and they can impose that on the road in San Francisco.
Here you go. Every time you say something about the
Wilbon, let me get this straight. You literally going to sit here, and I know you're not this person, but you literally going to sit here like some analytics geek and bring up those stats when they were up by 55 in the third quarter of the last game. I mean, one game could have provided those statistics.
I'm picking Golden State to win this game, but I'm saying that size matters. We've heard that.
I'm just saying that's what I was one game.
All right, we got Celtics Bucks
getting
ready to go.
He get when you talk about the Golden State Warriors.
We are fired up. Imagine.
We start with Ja Morant, who's out for the rest of the playoffs. It's likely he will not play again this season. What does that mean for the Grizzlies against the Warriors?
It might mean the next game is the final game.
Ooh.
And the one thing about the Warriors is they smell blood in the water. That they already are up in the series 3-1. The other team's best player's out, and they're watching what's happening with the Phoenix Suns, knowing that might go 7. It gives them the chance to end their series, and they understand what that rest is going to mean, what that practice is going to mean to hopefully get Steve Kerr back, and they're an older group. And so I absolutely feel like Memphis did a terrific job the first 3 quarters, staying in the game, leading in the game, defending, and then all of a sudden Steph Curry took over in the fourth quarter. So for Memphis, who plays so well without Ja this regular season, hopefully they can start with that level of effort and continue it for 4 quarters.
The best series of the second round has been the Bucks and